Okay, back. I'm working on the C140 once again, 97 S600. And 97, they switched from S600 to the CL600. However, I still have the original window sticker, and at the time this one was produced, which I'm not going to go over there and look right now, but I want to say it was May of 97. It still showed S600 on the sticker even. But anyway, I've got the passenger mirror removed. Didn't show that part just because it's these three screws here. The write-up I followed on bensworld.org mentioned bending the mirror forward to get to this screw. However, I just folded them in and used this little guy here, and it worked just fine. Getting that screw out, a little tedious, and then you undo these two electrical connectors. This one's held in with two little clips on the connector of the mirror. That's just a small little flathead screwdriver just to work up in there carefully. So as I found on some of the other connectors on this thing, and it being a 97, they definitely can be brittle, but these are in pretty decent shape. I'm only doing the passenger side because at some point there was some body damage on this vehicle on the driver's side, and that seal is in very nice shape. So as you can see, this one was already missing a piece just recently up here on top, and I just didn't want it to continue getting rained in. And as I've messed with it, it's cracked even more, and it appears to be original. I've got the only way to get these through Mercedes is to actually get, I think, the whole mirror, or at least the housing. Didn't need to spend several $100s for that, or a few $100s. I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, I found some on Amazon. Yeah, they're made in China, but they appear to be in decent shape. I just had to kind of trim some of the holes up on them. So my next move is going to be the way these are manufactured. They had put the wires, let me get close, there we go. They had put the wires through the seal here. They call it, I think it's door mirror base seal, just when you look it up. And if I remember on the description, I'll put the part number that I used, because this is the same mirror seal that's used on, of course, the W140, the four-door S-Class, and I believe the W210 E-Class, and the W202 C-Class vehicles. Because in fact, I think the part number that I looked for, well, I looked for one that was 202 and another one that was 210. I mean, typically the 140s start with 140, obviously. But anyway, so I've already done this little, these two tiny little clips here to get these top 5 wires out. And then there is supposed to be, yeah, right there, right here, another clip, one on top, one on bottom, to get these, I think it's 6 wires. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7. Anyway, there's 2 holes that aren't used up top here. That way I can get them all depinned. These come out pretty easy. These on the Bensworld write-up, they had to they sharpened a paper clip to unlatch them from this side. I want to see if that's necessary on this one. Okay, so I think his was a 95 140 that he was working on, and I can't remember the username. I'll try to look it up and also give him credit on that, because like I said, this would not be possible without that write-up, at least the one that I found. But then I'll get these 5 here out the back, and one thing I'm going to do is, label them, well, not label them, do a small diagram to remember which one goes where, because do not need it messing up after that. And again, I'm doing this from my phone, so I don't have editing capability to continue this, so I'll post this video. I'll try to post a mid-work video once I've gotten all these wires removed, and then a finished video of, sorry, got my right there, a finished video with the new seal in place and all these wires back through it and in the connector. And because I probably won't show putting it back on the car, just because it's 3 screws and there you go. Oh, and there also was a little screw that goes right here that holds this connector in place, which it was a T10 Torx bit. The other three were just normal Phillips head screwdrivers, or screws, I mean, excuse me. So, yep, like I said, I'll keep you posted halfway through and at the finished product to make sure everything's still working. Any questions, just leave them in the comments. And like I said, I'll post the part number of the stuff that I got, because it came in a 2-pack of one for each side of the new seals, and also attempt to give credit to the user name on Vinzor.org. I appreciate his write-up. Just wanted to kind of make a video of it for anybody that was curious. If I can, I'll come back maybe at least with a short once I kind of experiment with getting these wires out up top here to see if a 97 needs that special little clip. If not, if I can, I'm just going to use this little pick, which I used to get those 2 small clips undone anyway. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated. Thanks for watching. Okay, quick halfway through video. Got the connector off. I'm trying to remember to always film this sideways. I usually forget, but connector's off. And so the top ones are held in with these little clips, and the little, you can see the 2 little tabs sticking up right here to each side where my finger and thumb were. In between them, it's kind of hard to make out, is a little tab that I went through. Oh, that's the back, the front here, and with this little sharp pick there, I was able to fold the tabs back. And then this one, like I said, was held in with 2 little tabs, and I just got to take the wires out. They just kind of pop out. And once I get this plastic piece off, I'll be able to pull the wires through the seal and put the new seal on, which I'm gonna clean things up a little bit too. Sorry for my massive mess back there. Clean up where the seal goes and everything. Put the new wires back, or put the wires back through, and get that all done. Thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, we're back on the mirror project here. Got the old seal off. All the wires disconnected from the connectors. On these little guys, they just kind of slide in to the side here. That they pop in and out real easy. Got the new seal. Nice. It's just got a little bit of extra rubber in there, but this is the part number that I ordered off of Amazon. 210-810-6316/6416. Like I said, it comes with left and right sides. And I'm just using the passenger side one, which for America is the right side to us. If you're sitting in the car anyway, passenger side. Quality's not bad, other than like I said, the little bit extra of rubber where the holes are for the screws and stuff like that. I had to trim it a little bit. But basically, so these 2 go in through this little hole here, and then the rest of the wires come through this tube, a little small, and then once the connector's back on, it sits here and it gets screwed down right there, and then you got the 3 connecting screws. So I'm going to try to get these wires through while you're on here. You can actually see me do some actual work versus me saying, oh look, this is what I did, this is what I did. So, and I just attempted one video and it was taking forever because these wires are having difficulty getting through this little tube here. So I'm just starting over. Oops. Trying to get it. It came out fairly easy from the old seal, but yeah, that thing was old, so breaking, so it's pretty flexible. Okay, so there's those guys. Now for these guys. Maybe. Maybe let's get one time at least. One. Threading the needle. But not as fun. Just kidding. I don't sew. Pardon me. Wish I did, because then I could repair the interior on my car, the C140. Because the back seats aren't bad, but the front seats definitely have some issues with the old leather. And these two little guys, like I said, for some reason go through this hole by itself. Even though they go in the little connector, little round connector. This one. Come on through. There we go. Nice. Okay, so yeah, little, not bad. So like this is how it would look against the car, of course, with the three screws in there. But yeah, that's actually not too bad. It's not super duper perfect fit, but yeah, they got the there, the body line that matches up with this line. So like I said, this goes on the W/C140s, the W and S210s, and the W202s. I don't think we've got the S202s in America. I can't remember. But anyway, but I don't know if that means they use the exact same mirror or if it just happens to be a seal that works for all three types there. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types technically. 6, excuse me, I can't count. So yeah, so it just sits on there, and of course it'll tighten up once we get that. And then the orientation of this is somewhat important, which I did. Oh, sorry, pumpkin. Put this in half here. Don't mind my quick handwriting, but I just labeled it. The top of the connector where the flat ones go in, they're actually numbered 1 through 5. So I just rewrote what each one was. And then the circle, as you can see, that middle circle there is offset, and there is actually on the inside of the connector an offset place for this to sit on. So in other words, it basically goes in one way. And let's see the lighting, so you can see how this side is flat, but the side that goes against the connector is, well, it looks like that, like a shoe tread. So I'm just going to go ahead and put these guys back in here. Only 6 of these are used on this connector. Yeah, so there we go. Start with the green and the yellow. There's those. Okay. And yellow green. Yellow with the green stripe. Alright, I'm probably blocking it, but see, they just snap in right there. After yellow and green is the red. Come on, go. And goes on the bottom. Sorry, I'm not British. Not a very good accent probably either, but there. Then the brown. which there is 2 browns, one on the top and on the bottom, but luckily they, like I said, they've got the different type of connectors, so you're not going to mix them up. And white, yellow, white. Here we go. Okay, sorry, had that kind of in the way, I guess. But anyway, so yeah, so once you get those back together, that's how that connector is going to look. Sorry, a little off center there, ain't it? But you know, once you slide them in, once you slide it back into the main connector, they'll straighten themselves back out because they are supposed to be kind of more uniform. So now we'll get back. Make sure that okay. So and then all again on these. Let's see. Take this little screwdriver. So the little tabs right here that I bent down to get it out. Need to bend them back up slightly so that they'll catch. And hold in place. And one. They're so used to being in their position. I'm not a lefty. This will be fun. You just got to be careful because obviously don't want to break them, because then that is not good. Okay, that's up. 2 down, 3 to go. Three. 4. And I think in the write-up it said 0.5 millimeters. Obviously I'm not measuring that, not because I don't care, just because I can't do that. That one up. That's one up. 2, 3, 4. Take it a little bit more. That's better. I'll just double check this one. Okay. So yeah, so now, so I'm gonna get this little, I brought the little screw that connects that. So first we'll get these guys back in their respective holes. At least attempt it. Nice. And like I said, they're held in with a little clip on top and bottom. Boom. Take the screwdriver and just make sure. Nice. Okay, now for so solid black. Moves in this one. Nice little click in place. And the gray. And all of these top ones face, like the little tab I bent up, face this way, except this last one, it faces back that way. Don't know why, but that's just, I don't know if you can hear those little clicks, but and the white. I think brown, yep, brown is next. Come on, there you go. Last but not least, the black and red, which like I said faces the opposite way. Okay, and then you'll take these. This is a little thing that popped up earlier. It'll go back down to lock everybody in place. Now, take the little screw. Twists this way. Get the screw in there. Oops. And carefully make sure that none of these are getting pinched, as it looks like they might be. Do not want any broken wires. There we go. Okay. Screw this guy down. Double check. Let's see. Looks like a big mass of spaghetti right there. Flashlight here. Yep, we're good to go. Alright, so, well, installation is reverse of removal. Like I said, you got the 3 screw holes here, which again, that one, oops, sorry, that one in there, that's being the most difficult just because you can't really get a normal screwdriver in there, but the other 3 there. So I'm going to go install that and make one. Well, let's see. We'll just say if it doesn't work, I will make another video. If it does work, then you won't see another video and you'll assume that everything went well. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just let me know. And like I said, I want to try to merge all 3 of these little videos together. I'm going to try to download an app on my phone to allow me to do that, hopefully. Find which one's best. And that way which unfortunately the first video, oh yeah, sorry, and this one are both filmed vertically. I forgot about that. And the middle video is horizontal like it should be. But I'll try to get them all together and we'll go from there. I might just go ahead and make a video after it works, just to show how it seals up and everything like that. I'll let you know. But either way, like I said, I'll put credit in the description as far as from Ben's World, the person that wrote the write-up on that I followed, and also put in the parts number again that I ordered. There are other ones out there. That's just the one I felt comfortable ordering because it was on Amazon. You know, they got free returns, so figured if it wasn't good, wouldn't fit, send it right back. So there you go. Yeah, like I said, any questions, just let me know. Thanks. Okay, moment of truth. Actually didn't take me that long to remove the mirror. You had to, well, I redid the electrical or plugged the electrical connections back in, then I did the 3 screws, but so right now it's still folded down along with that one. So down here to this, yeah, sorry, this is some stupid aftermarket radio that, yeah, long story. Anyway, so it'll be replaced eventually. So let's push the button, see if it works. Okay. Alright, let's go out and double check everything on the outside. Sorry, it's a little tight. here. Part of me wishes the doors open like a Rolls Royce backwards. So, alright. Yep, it fits pretty good. That's a little dark right there, sorry. Yeah, see the body line lines up pretty well. Yes, much better than it was. It's not cracking and falling apart. And I'll let it go. There we go. Alright. Yeah, so I mean there's a little bit of a gap. So is she perfect? No, but and that top screw is, I don't want to tighten it anymore. Plus it is a little cold. So, but there she is. Yep, this is Black Beauty, or German Schwarz. Let's see, Schwarz Schön. Yeah, but still plenty left to do. This poor thing. Like I said, previous owner just, well, it was an older gentleman, but I think he let his grandkids or somebody drive it, and they just didn't take the best care of it. Like, next thing I need to get that little clip that goes right there that kind of favors these guys. And at some point in the past, the factory Kimsel center high mana stop lamp disappeared, broke, who knows. They replaced it with that LED light, which works, but I just haven't come up with a good mounting procedure for it, or mounting thing for it, so it just tends to fall off sometimes. But I don't know that they make, I don't think they make those anymore, the actual lamps, so yeah, that's just kind of on the back burner. And yeah, so I won't get into too much more past what, there's plenty of other stuff that needs taken care of. Good, a lot of good work. So yep, so there's the mirror and the new seal. And like I said, the driver mirror has already been replaced at some point before me in good shape, just as good and pliable as that, so we'll not be having to do that one. And also, let's see, I think it was noted in some of those write-ups that I read that those wires can chafe over time the more people bring them in and out, fold them in and out, which I don't usually fold mine in. And those wires in there looked in pretty decent shape that I could tell. I never really paid attention to the driver's side, but so the procedure would basically be the same, removing it to repair those wires, taking those 3 screws out and unplugging the connectors, and then you'd probably have to depin the connectors for that too, depending on how bad the wires are, because they run all the way further into the housing here for the motor to move the mirror, and also for the heating elements. So like I said, if you have any questions, just let me know, and thanks for watching.